Do not forget to fill in your attendance. The registration link will open shortly in the chat section. Thank you for your kind cooperation and attention. Welcome to Dr. Fauzia. Thank you for joining. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning to everyone. Welcome to the first session of Internship Workshop 2022. My name is Akila and I am your moderator for today. Firstly, I would like to say thank you to all of you for your time and effort in joining our session today. We have highly appreciated it. Now it is my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker for today, Sister Nur Adilah binti Muhammad Nur from CCSC. Thank you, Sister Nur Adilah, for taking time from your busy schedule to be the guest speaker for our session today. May Allah bless you with happiness and success in this life and the next, inshallah. Brothers and sisters, the purpose of this session is to help and assist prospective interns with internship-related issues, as well as to ensure the internship students are adequately prepared and competent enough to complete the internship. Before we begin, I would like to invite Brother Koyim for the recitation of Dua. Please welcome.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك الكريم وعظيم سلطانك اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, on this blessed morning, in conjunction with the internship workshop, we beseech thee and grateful towards you in favor of all the infinite blessings to us, your humble servants to live in safe and prosperous life. We seek your blessing for a flawless progress of this event from the beginning till the end. We seek your guidance to steer clear of events that will detrimental the progress of this event. Ya Latif, Ya Rahman, please bless us with your tawfiq and hidayah. Please guide International Islamic University in Malaysia, IIUM, to greatness, peace, glory, and prosperity in this world and hereafter. Make us a responsible intellectual, granted us with a valuable knowledge that will be beneficial to mankind in order to gain your mardhatillah. Make us your righteous servants that follow your commands and neglect the sinful act. O Allah, please forgive us for our wrongdoing. Ya Munzil al-Barakah, bestow peace to our beloved country, Malaysia. Preserve us from any threat and disaster, neither man-made nor natural disaster. And to you, Ya Allah, we ask for security and prosperity upon us, our leaders, and our country. Bestow patience in us in order to face the challenges from you. Please accept our deeds and please reward us accordingly. اللهم اجعل جمعنا هذا جمعا مرحوما وتفرقنا من بعده تفرقا معصوما ولا تجعل اللهم فينا ولا معنا ولا من يتبعنا شقيا ولا مطرودا ولا محروما اللهم إنك تعلم أن هذه القلوب قد اجتمعت على محبتك والتقت على طاعتك وتوحدت على دعوتك وتعاهدت على نصرة شريعتك فوثق اللهم رابطتها وأدم ودها واهدها سبلها واملها بنورك الذي لا يخبو واشرح صدورنا بفيض الإيمان بك وجميل التوكل عليك وأحيها بمعرفتك وأمتها على الشهادة في سبيلك إنك نعم المولى ونعم النصير اللهم آمين ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى اللهم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Amin, amin, ya Rabbal Alamin. Thank you, Brother Koyim. Dear brothers and sisters, to begin this program, we are pleased to have Dr. Fauzia to deliver the welcoming remarks. Please welcome Doctor.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you thank you to our speaker. I wish to extend my gratitude to our speaker, Sister Nur Adila, who will be presenting on the topic related to resume and cover letter for the purpose of our students doing internship in the coming semester 3, 2021-2022. And also I'd like to welcome all students here who are joining our session today. So as you know, we are now into week 4 of this semester, and that means we have another about 3 months or so. And then by July, the internship year will begin, mid of July. So I hope with this briefing, it'll help you to get some or to obtain some knowledge that you need to know in relation to the internship, in applying for placement, and then in fulfilling your task at the institutions that you do the internship at, and then the reports, everything related to the internship, inshallah, we'll try to explain. I'll try to explain to you. By the way, how much time do I have for the briefing? How much time? Matahari?
Around 5 to minutes, Doctor. Just a while because.
About how many? 30 minutes? 30 minutes?
I think you can proceed first, Doctor. It's okay.
Okay. Because I happen to have the departmental meeting at 10, so that's why I'm asking. And I like to welcome all of you. If you have questions, you can ask me about the internship, especially in terms of procedures or how to go about doing this internship at the institutions that you choose. Okay, so so again, thank you for all for coming. Can I proceed with the presentation or what? Yes, I can, right? Instead of wasting our time. Now, we have about 31 students with us. Mine is myself and Sister Nur Adila. So we've got about 31 students. The latest list that I've checked as to the number of students who gave their names to do internship. 40 something, I think, 40 plus students. So majority of you are here, so that's good. Now, the internship in the coming semester 3 will be for 12 weeks. So if I can just show the slides. So as I go through the slides, I'll explain to you a few things which I believe you need to know. And perhaps the question part, if you have questions, you can answer after that. You can post to me after the presentation. Okay. Okay, I'll share the slides here. Okay, so here the duration 12 weeks compared to last the last internship. Okay, it was about I think 10 weeks or so. Yeah, but this time 12 weeks, starting from 18th July until 7th October. And I think by now you've learned that this internship is compulsory for all students with metric number 017 onwards, and that means most of you are in that category. 6 credit hours, and the grading either pass or fail. Yeah, no like the conventional grading system ABC, or fail. I mean D. Yeah, but just pass or fail. It means that it does not have effect on the your CGPA. Yeah. Now, placement, you can read here. I'm not going to read out. I mean, all these, when whatever written here, you can read yourself. I believe that most of you are now looking for placement. The department here has issued recommendation letters, and hopefully you will be able to get the reply soon from the institutions that you applied to. In the last few days, there were a number of students who just gave their names. So I hope that if you happen to know some, if you happen to have friends who would like to internship but haven't done so, I mean, haven't applied or looked for placements, haven't received the recommendation letters from the department and so on, please tell him or her to do so as soon as possible. So latest by 30th of April, by the end of this month. I mean, all the letters, all these all these applications must be sent by end of this month. Okay. And also, as I've explained before, you can send 3 to 3 institutions at once. Hopefully that one of the institutions will give the positive answer. If not, if all are negative, then you can apply again another 3 institutions. You just apply to them. Okay. The things that you need to have by now, I think you are all clear as to what you need to provide, and you have done so, I think. Send all these documents via email. Okay, and last one, that last point about confirmation of placement. Once you received the answer or the reply from the institutions, normally they would ask you to confirm or to give your feedback or response whether you'd like to do the internship at their institution or not. So to confirm your acceptance. So once you did that, once you confirm your acceptance or gave the your reply to the institution that you'll be doing internship over there, please fill up a form called internship application form, which you may find in the internship booklet. And this booklet can be downloaded from the Kuliah website, and the form is in there among many other forms. You can just you just take that one particular form and then put your details and submit to the department by 30th of June. the forms that we received will be compiled, and all these details will then be, will key into the system for registration purposes. So your name will be, registered here as students of history for 999. Yeah.
Doctor,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think your slides are not moving. Okay, it's moving right now. Just now your slides are not moving, but it's moving
Okay.
right now.
So now you can
Sorry.
see. How about this one? Sorry. How about the next one? Okay.
Yeah, it's moving right now.
Okay, it's moving. Okay, so please by 30th of June, all of you need to fill out the form. If you fail to do so, I'm afraid we couldn't register you for the course. Meaning that you are not taking the course in this coming semester 3. Now, supervision, you'll be receiving 2 supervisors. One academic supervisor, meaning one of the staff of the department will be your academic supervisor. Every staff will have, given the number of students that we have, we just divide here by the number of staff at the department. So if 40 something, and we have about, I think, 7 staff here. So, but 4 or 5 students here per staff. And then another supervisor is the one at the institution that where you do the internship. You'll be given one officer who will be in charge in monitoring and supervising you, in guiding you. Now, what's the difference between these two? Anything related to departmental matters or university matters, you need to consult the academic supervisor. Anything to do with your working at the institution, where you do the internship, working, I mean, like you wanted to, let's say you want to apply for leave, or you want to ask for like to defer, to defer your internship a bit. I mean, to start a little bit late, or to replace the days that you miss, whatever. I mean, you need to deal with the site supervisor. Okay, so I hope that's clear. And also, if you read the what I've written there under academic supervisor, students to refer to academic advisor regarding the suitability of the institution as internship placement. So you can ask your academic supervisor about these, about the placement that you like to apply to, the institution that you like to apply to. So these supervisors, the academic ones will be assigned to you about 1 or 2 weeks before the internship begins. So anything about or some of the things about the internship, you can ask your supervisors, direct supervisors. If not, if he could provide the answers, or what, you can just consult me, as coordinator of the internship at the department. Now, the internship book, the Kulah website, that's where you can download the book from. There are many forms, so you have to just go through and browse and see, the forms Some of them are relevant, yeah, but a few are not, yeah, or not applicable, or not, yeah, used. You're not going to use them. So just go through, and if you have any questions, you can ask me. Yeah. Now, report for duty. So once you report for duty at the institution, yeah, on the 18th of July, the first day of the internship, you must fill up a form. Again, you can be taken from the booklet just now, the internship book or booklet. And that form is to be submitted to the department as a proof that you really have registered here, not registered, you have really reported here for duty, that you really went to the institution here, or the place where you're supposed to do the training. And you need to make sure that the form has signature and stamped of the officer of the institution. Okay. Now, there's a deadline here, 22nd of July. So you have like one whole week, the first, week, to get the signature and, to fill out the form and submit into the department. In submitting the documents or the forms into the department, I would advise you to just send using email, via email or WhatsApp. Like the report duty form, you can submit to Sister Rose, or your academic advisor. Some other documents you do not have to submit to Sister Rose, the secretary of the department. You just submit to the academic supervisor. Yeah. Like at the end of the training, logbook and all the things that your academic supervisor is supposed to evaluate or examine, to give marks, so those documents you have to submit to academic supervisor and not Sister Rose. Okay. The last part about details of your site supervisor, please provide the details. I would like to ask Brother Harith or his forum to prepare like this shared document here, whereby everybody can just type in the details whenever they have the details. Whenever they got the details ready, they can just type in. And the reason to why I'm asking this is because every year, after the training, after these internship training completed, the OIL, which is the Office of Industrial Linkages, they will ask for the department to provide all these details, because the Kementerian, Ministry of Higher Education, they wanted all these details, so we need to provide them. So please do so. Okay, as you whenever once you got the details, just key in. Don't have to wait until end of the training. Now, marks distribution, you can see here the report which you need to submit to your academic supervisor at the end of the training, carries the largest or the highest marks, 40%, and then followed by the evaluation report, or performance report by your site supervisor, 30%, and then logbook and attendance sheet, 10%, presentation here. At the end of the training, you have to present to your academic supervisor, not site supervisor, 10%, and the slides that you prepared, yeah, also worth some marks, yeah, 10 marks. So total 100 marks. Okay, next, about the report, the 40 marks here report. So this is like your, what you have learned here, what you have encountered here during the training. You just need to put all of them in writing. Um, um, some guidelines here are here. You can use these slides, yeah, which contain like what you need to do, yeah, like what you need to include here in this internship report. Cover page, introduction, expectations, and working experience. You can use this as guideline in writing up the report. By the way, I'll be giving these, slides to the historian, so that the historian can share with all of you.
I'm sorry, Doctor.
Yes.
You have 5 minutes remain.
Okay. Okay, 5 minutes. Yeah. Let's see. I'll try to speed up. Yeah. So make sure you submit latest by 14th of October, meaning you got like 1 week. Yeah, 1 week after the end of the training to finalize everything and then submit. Make sure to your academic supervisor. And then the supervisor's report, this one to be filled up by the site supervisor. You have to tell your supervisor upon reporting for duty that at the end of the training, he or she would have to fill up this report or performance report for you, and need to send the report to your academic supervisor or the department latest by 14th of October. Okay. And also confirmation of internship. Yeah, you can read here. Also need to be submitted to confirm that you have finished your training. And then the logbook and attendance sheet here, 10%. Here, latest by 14th October as well. You can read here the details here as to what you need to fill up in this logbook and attendance sheet. If you have but if you took MC, yeah, please attach the MC slips. Log in, log out. I mean, all need to be recorded. Yeah, and then presentation. So 8th and 9th October. That's Sunday and Saturday. Prior to the beginning of the semester 1, which begins on 10th October. So during weekends, these 2 days here, you can have a short presentation with your academic supervisor. Yeah. And then the slides here, again by 14th of October. How many you can read here, the number of slides there. And lastly, the last slide here is the things that you need to consider in applying for placement, which I believe by now you are aware, since I've explained to you all these before. Yeah. So with that, I end my briefing, and if you have questions, you can ask me later on. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Fauzia, for the briefing just now. Now, without further ado, I would like to welcome our guest speaker for today, Sister Nur Adila, to give a presentation about our internship workshop for today. Please welcome Sister Nur Adila.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much, Sister Sheila, for the introduction, our MC for today. Assistant Professor Dr. Fauzia Fatil. Thank you so much for the invitation from his foreign. So allow me to introduce myself. I'm Sister Adila. You can just call me Kak Adila. So I'm one of the counselors in IUM. And I'm proud to say that I am an alumni from IUM. I took psychology back in 2012. So tak jauh beza sangat lah umur kita sebenarnya kan. Okay, so basically as you can see, our office is divided into two, counseling section and also career section. So me myself, I together with Brother Afi, I know that most of you knows him, Brother Afi. Kan dia adalah artis UIA zaman sekarang ni. So to both of us are in charge of the career section. Okay, so usually what we do is career consultations, counseling sessions, resume writing, interviewing skills, macam tu lah lebih kurang. Okay, and at the same time we even though we are counselors, but at the same time we also do engagement with companies. So have you heard about Fly High before? Pernah dengar tak? Fly High. Pernah dengar tak?
Yes.
Okay, Alhamdulillah, at least I heard yes answer from you. Tak juga. Okay, tak apa. Career fair, IUM career fair?
Yes.
Tak juga. Okay, no problem. So insyaAllah, good. Okay, Alhamdulillah. So insyaAllah for this year, we are going to have those kind of programs. So in order to support the employability of our students, insyaAllah. Okay, so so without further ado, I would like to share my slides. Okay, I know this Friday kan pukul 9 pula tu Ramadan lagi kan. So this is going to be, I think it is going to be two-way communications. Just feel free to stop me if you have any questions along the way of my presentations. Okay, so basically, may I know how many of you have already gotten your resume with you? You can write down in the chat box yes for if you have one for your resume. If you don't have one, please type no at the chat box. Kita main tapi-tapi sikit pagi ni. Okay, Ifa, thank you. Yang lain? Internet connection ke okay ke? Alright, okay. So some of you yes. Farislah belum ada, Hafizah okay. Alright, no problem. Okay, so how many of you knows the differences between resume and also CV? How many of you knows the differences between resume and also CV?
Resume is more simple and short, while cover letter is long and like summary of.
Okay, very good, Haris. Very good answer. So meaning that you are explaining in terms of the length of the documents. Okay, good. Any other answers? Kita tak macam jadi lecturer kan dalam kelas ni kan. Any other answers? Okay, all right. So thank you so much, Haris, for the answer. Yes, it is true. It is depending on the length of the resume of the document itself. So resume is simpler as compared to CV. So that is the thing that if we look in terms of the length of the document, right, we have to consider the nature and also background of your study also. Okay, say for example, if you're studying engineering, IT, okay, there's a lot of things that you have to include in your resume. So resume itself, it doesn't what we call it is not sufficient for you to include all the information in the resume. So that's why most of students who are majoring in IT, engineering, and also architecture, we encourage them to use CV instead of resume. Okay, so the first one is the length of the document. The second one is your specialization. Okay, so since you're taking history, in industry we call as social sciences. it is better for you to prepare a resume instead of CV. Okay, is that clear? Okay. So the third one is it is depending on your experiences. Since you're a fresh graduate, it is better for you to prepare a resume unless you have already working about 5 years, 10 years. Okay, you are intending to apply for another workplace. Okay, so you have sufficient experiences that you want to show and include that in your resume. So your resume will be lengthy. So I would say it is better for you to prepare a CV. Okay, so maksudnya it depends on sama ada you all adalah fresh graduate ataupun yang dah bekerja. Okay, so these three are the differences between CV and also resume. Okay, now kejap saya ada masa sampai pukul 12 betul ke? Betul ke Harith ataupun Akilah?
Sampai 11.45.
Oh, okay. Alright, thank you. So, inshallah, throughout our discussion today, I'll be explaining more on the resume. And if we have time, I'll share with you guys the data of your seniors who already completed their internship. So, akan tunjuk sikit some of the, I would say, macam mana nak cakap, supporting data that might give you an idea of where to apply for your internship, because in the presentation from Dr. Fauzia, it doesn't state that which sector or which industries that you have to complete your your internship. So I think you have an open options there. So I think with my presentation and also with my data, it can help you on kat mana sebenarnya yang lubuk yang untuk kita cari for internship, insyaAllah. Okay. Alright, so kita pergi kepada internship, just a little bit about introduction. Okay. So like I mentioned before, we also do some kind of engagement, and also kita ada buat program juga lah to support the employability of our students. Okay. So for those who haven't followed IUM Career, please do so. I highly encourage you to follow IUM Career because yes, for internship matters, it is under the responsibility of OIL, Office of Industrial Link. But in terms of the career opportunities and also the job vacancies, kami terima banyak daripada company juga. So in our IG, we also share those informations with our students. Okay. So next. Okay, so we've covered this. Okay, when we talk about resume, there's no right or wrong. Dia cakap, kau buat salah. Oh, ni buat salah. Oh, tak boleh ni. So I believe that you all pernah consult dengan lecturer ataupun dengan kawan-kawan kan, dengan seniors kan. It is okay, tak ada masalah. It is better for you to have a different perspectives from different people. But then at the end of the day, there's no right or wrong in writing a resume. Okay, so perhaps what I will touch or I will include in my presentations is more on the contents. What are the contents that we should include in our resume? Okay, in terms of designing resume, format macam mana, it depends on you. Okay, because resume is your personality, kan? Dia macam representing of yourself. Okay, so at the end of the day, dia bergantung kepada company pula. So setengah company dia nak resume macam ni, setengah company dia nak macam ni. For your information, for engineering, I believe that some of you yang jawab yes tadi tu kan, yang dah ada resume tu, I assume that your resume is more on the yang macam kat Canva, betul tak? Guna template daripada Canva kan, ataupun yang terror Photoshop tu guna Photoshop. Okay, ataupun yang guna PowerPoint pun dia guna PowerPoint. So it's more on the editorial kind of resume. Okay, but for your information, most of engineering companies, they prefer a Microsoft Word format of resume. Yang macam very traditional tu, yang macam perkataan je semua. Dia tak suka design. So to answer that, yes, it's difficult to say what is right, what is wrong. Okay? Right. So next, what employers will do with your resume. Okay, how many of you can guess how many seconds usually a company will look at your resume? Can you guess how many seconds that usually companies will look at your resume? Ifa, okay, 10 seconds. Lagi?
5.
Good, Harry is 5. Okay, lagi? So 5 to 10 lah. Okay, acceptable. Yes. Okay, so selalunya dalam 6 to 10 seconds. Okay, so meaning that at the first place, you have to choose the template that representing yourself. Okay, contoh kan. You tengok dekat Canva, all the templates available in Canva. So somehow at one point, you rasa macam, alah, ramai lah guna template ni. You know, so can you imagine HR people who receive thousands of resume in a day, diorang akan dapat benda yang sama. So my advice would be, if you want to have or if you want to choose a template resume, yes, you can use that as the foundation, as the basic phrase. But at the end of the day, please design your resume according to your own preferences. Okay, dia macam contoh lah kan, kalau you dapat benda yang sama, there is a tendency for you to overlook that thing kan. Benda ni macam dah tengok dah tadi. So same goes with your resume. Okay, contoh ada 10 template yang sama. Ni dah tengok dah tadi. Rupanya orang berbeza. Okay, so it is better for you to give some kind of, because resume is an official profile of yourself. Okay, so kalau macam you adalah candidate yang sama, macam orang kata, alah sama je budak-budak ni. Okay, so you have to catch the attention of the employers by having a very good template of your resume. Okay, so again, resume helps you to reserve placement for an interview session. Before you go for interview, you have to have a resume. That's normal thing. Okay, now, have you heard about ATS? Have you heard about ATS? Bukan ETS, bukan. I know that some of you are eager to go nak balik kampung kan. Bukan ETS, ATS. Have you heard about ATS before? Muklis, no. Siapa yang pernah dengar? Tak ada? Okay. Okay, Farisa, that's good. I hope that you really know. Okay. Okay, ATS is actually stands for Applicant Tracking System. Applicant Tracking System. Okay. Say for example, TMB. Okay. TMB receive a lot of resumes a day, even thousands resume a day. Okay, but how do they screen out the best candidates from those applicants? Kan tadi kan macam kalau 1000 resume satu hari, satu resume 10 saat, so berapa jam yang dia kena review untuk sehari tu? Kan banyak kan, dari pukul 9 sampai pukul 6 habis masa macam tu je review resume. Okay, so it is not convenient. So what they do is they're using this system to filter out the candidates who doesn't meet the minimum requirements that they have set. Say for example, they're looking for history candidates, but in your resume, it doesn't appear any words related to history. So there is a possibility that your resume will be, I would say kata kasarnya kick out lah. So dia akan exclude you punya resume daripada shortlisted candidates. Okay, so now for ATS, dia macam sistem lah. Contoh kan, you masukkan, ni tak adalah, ini orang kata macam analoginya lah kan. You masukkan paper dekat dalam satu sistem, dia keluar sama ada lulus ataupun tak. Lepas tu masukkan lagi ataupun inbox terus. So 10 and dia filter out, okay ni tak ada, daripada 10 mungkin 5 yang lepas. So masukkan lagi, dia macam tu lah kiranya analoginya. So it same goes with your resume. If you don't have a keywords which are related to your positions that you are applying in, I would say there will be a lower chance for you to be called for interview session. Okay. Now, apa ATS tu sebenarnya? Okay. Something that graduates always do not know about resume is ATS. Okay, yang ni. It's very traditional way of doing a resume, right? Macam, alah kak boring je, macam Wordly lah. Kan? You have to bear in mind that system, dia bukan macam manusia. System is not the same as human. Human, we can see something which are subjective. Kan, contoh, bunga cantiknya, you know, macam you punya facial expression, that one. But in this system, they can only read 10 digit lah, kan. Maksudnya dia boleh baca perkataan sahaja. They can only read words. Okay, sebab tu dekat dalam ni ada gambar itu sahaja, but then dia tak ada macam graphical punya graphical punya details lah, tak ada dekat dalam ni. Logo-logo companies pun tak ada dalam ni sebab sistem tak boleh baca pun. So it is better for you to put, sorry batuk sebab itulah program tak ada air. Dahaga lah kita sangat ni. Okay, so it is better for you to put, contohlah kan, nak masukkan logo Shell. So instead of you put logo dekat dalam resume, letak perkataan Shell. Okay, so this is actually an example of ATS, friendly resume. Okay, contoh kalau yang if you use templates from Canva, PowerPoint, Microsoft, Adobe Photoshop and all, that one is what we call as a human-friendly resume. Okay, alright. So template dia berbeza. Can you see the differences? Yeah. Alright, that's good. So as you can see, I'll try to explain one by one. From ATS, and then we move to the second template, which is human friendly template. Okay, now, so as you can see here, boleh zoom lagi kot ke? Okay, I hope it is big enough. Okay, so gambar macam biasa, but I think any one of you have LinkedIn account? You all ada LinkedIn account tak?
Yes.
Have you? Oh, good, very good. Okay, so usually in LinkedIn, kita letak gambar macam ni ke? So that would be macam ada orang macam it's more on the semi-formal kind of photo, a very casual one. Okay, so this one is very traditional. Dia tak ada masalah pun nak letak gambar ni, but there is a possibility that companies will feel that you are very traditional person. Dia akan fikir macam tu lah. So kalau boleh lepas ni, contoh macam Akilah dengan siapa ni, Mariam ke kan, nanti lepas ni boleh jumpa, minta lah Akilah tolong tangkap gambar Mariam, Mariam tolong tangkap gambar Akilah kan. So it's more on the casual lah. So contoh macam, you know, macam ke tepi sikit, you know, tak adalah macam macam gambar pasport macam tu kan. So it's more welcoming, I would say. So dekat LinkedIn selalunya orang guna gambar-gambar yang macam tu. So please use the correct picture for your resume. Okay, so kalau you nampak kat sini juga, in ATS friendly system, they don't use columns, right? Dia tak guna columns. Sebab dia akan ada redundant of information. So it's very straightforward. Semua adalah perkataan. Okay, so this is the example of ATS. Okay, next. Okay, ini adalah gambar kalau sistem tengok, kalau kita tengok melalui mata sistem. You know, kan gambar dia tak keluar kan tadi? Gambar Harry tadi tu tak keluar. So sebab tu gambar ATS couldn't detect any pictures included in your resume. So better avoid that. Okay, so all the information is here. So in order for you to identify whether your resume is ATS friendly or not, another option is you boleh guna notepad lah. Another option is you can just freely download it in any ATS detector software. So nanti dia akan mention berapa persen you punya resume is friendly, ATS friendly. Okay, ada banyak je dekat Google tu. You just type ATS friendly detector, upload your resume, and then that system will tell you how many percent your resume is ATS friendly or not. Okay, so if your information doesn't include it in this notepad, so meaning that you have to change the arrangement of the information. Macam tu lah. So tengok balik, oh lemak, kenapa hilang benda tu? So masukkan balik. Oh tak boleh masuk column, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, as for now, any questions for ATS resume? Do you have any questions on ATS friendly resume? Tak ada.
Not yet.
Okay, not yet. Okay, I have a question. Okay, how do you know whether that company is using ATS friendly system or they're just accepting a normal resume? How do I identify whether that company is using ATS or not? Ada siapa-siapa tahu?
Maybe based on their how big the company is.
Okay, that's almost that can be a hint as well. Good, very good, Harif. Any other answers? Anyone would like to try? Ni kalau akak bagi Grab voucher ni mungkin ramai lah jawab ni kan. Tapi apa ni, nak kena simpan duit, nak bagi duit raya kat anak-anak buah nanti kan. So tak ada allocation lah untuk duit raya kali ni. Okay, alright. So how can you identify? The first one is if you are using job portals. Okay, how many of you knows any job portals available? Siapa tahu apa job portals out there? Mau kerja, yes. Lagi? Job Street. Okay, Muklis je ke yang tahu? Okay, yes. Mau kerja, Job Street, Graduan, Career Jack, Adnisio, banyak. Even Majora, yes, thank you Ifa. Even LinkedIn pun ada job portals. Kan dekat bawah that one is okay. So when you are applying for job portals, it is better for you to upload your resume which is ATS friendly. Okay, selalunya. So sebab tu kadang-kadang kan clients, why did I send 10 resumes for 10 one resume for 10 companies but I haven't got any answers for them. Kan macam okay, may I know which kind of resume that you have sent to them? So dia kata okay, I've sent this type of resume kak. So okay, that's why there's a possibility that usually job portals are using ATS. Usually, I'm not saying all, but usually when a platform that requires you to, usually it is ATS friendly. Okay, so contoh kalau you save dalam PDF, kadang-kadang diorang tak boleh baca unless the company dia apa orang kata, dia rajin, dia download satu-satu and then dia masukkan dekat dalam dream folder. So that's another thing lah. Okay, so that's number one. If you're applying for job portals, it is better for you to prepare ATS friendly resume. Okay, now the second one, if you go for career fair, any career fairs, it is better for you to give a human friendly resume. because you are dealing and you're communicating with a human, not a system, not a robot. Okay, so that's clear. Another one is that if you are applying directly to the company or the HR people, it is better for you to send to them the human version of your resume. Apa human version? Human friendly resume punya format. Okay, alright. So what's the first thing companies will see? Critical 6 seconds. Okay, this is the I've already covered previously. So please, your picture really matters. Okay, because if you are applying in companies in Malaysia, dia jadi wajibul gunnah kat situ untuk letak gambar. Tapi if you're applying for multinational companies which their word mean what, it is better for you to not include your picture in your resume. Agak-agak kenapa? Kenapa kalau countries macam tu tak digalakkan untuk letak resume? I know, I think that most of you mesti tahu, pernah nampak macam ni kan? Kadang-kadang diorang tak letak diorang punya gambar. Okay, dan kadang-kadang dia letak nama je, dia tak letak gambar. Why is that so? Rasa-rasa sebab apa? Yes, prejudice. Okay, to avoid prejudice, racism, that kind of thing. Tapi kalau kat Malaysia, kalau tak ada gambar, awal-awal lagi dia letak kat tepi dah. Kat Malaysia ni memang dia nak tengok yang elok je. Macam tu lah. So, gambar yang kena perform lah, kena perform makeups, light makeups, and then get it very good picture for your resume. Okay, so for brothers, siapa yang pakai kopiah, songkok, topi, please avoid using that kind of photo in your resume. Okay, sikatlah rambut cantik sikit, belah tepi. Kalau 90s dulu dia macam belah tengah, rambut M kan, handsome macam tu. Tapi sekarang dah lain dah gaya dia kan. So be pleasant, presentable as you can be lah. Okay, so that's a picture. So untuk sisters, it is better not to use flowery punya shawl ke tudung ke. I know that some of you are wearing fazura punya, kalau yang macam sisters yang high end, yang macam high maintenance tu, yang pakai bokita kan, pakai duck ke, macam I pun tak mampu nak pakai kan. So please avoid using that kind of shawl, hijab, because bukan nak cakap tak professional, tapi it is better for you to be neutral, okay, as possible. Okay, so please avoid black colours as well. Sebabnya kita nak nampak presentable lah. So guna yang colour, yang light colours punya hijab. Alright. Oh yes. For picture, it is better to include your picture daripada sini sampai ke atas, not the whole body. Okay. If you're applying for a job for modeling or entertainment industries, yes, you can do so. But if you're applying for government sectors, private sectors, for administrative things and all, it is better for you to include daripada paras sini sampai ke atas je. Meaning that half of your face in the column, in the frame. Okay, so next, layout and design. I've already touched about this before. Okay, so different companies have different kind of perceptions, preferences. Okay, so if possible, please do some research. Ask around your seniors ke, kalau ada kan. Contoh, if you are intending to apply at Bank Islam, say for example, and you have some of your friends or some of your seniors who already completed their internship at Bank Islam. So ask them about their preferences. Their meaning that Bank Islam's preferences. not your friends' preferences. Okay, so your resume shouldn't be more than 3 pages. Shouldn't be, okay. So maximum is 2 pages, not more than that. Right? Lagi bagus 1 page pun dah okay dah. Okay, so be careful with graphic resume. But if you're, like I mentioned before, if you're applying for an entertainment industry or editorial, you want to showcase your skills in designing, it is okay. But it is depending on the industries that you are interested in. Okay. Okay, these are some examples of your resume. Is it possible if I would like to have some of you, maybe 2 of you, share your resumes after this, so that kita boleh give feedback terus, boleh ke? Siapa-siapa yang ada resume. Okay, get ready Any one of you would like me to review on your resume? Jangan risau, jangan rasa macam alamak kak, nanti kau orang tengok saya punya resume macam ni. It is okay because you can you can change it and then you can amend on it after my comments or feedbacks from your friends. So lepas tu dah boleh terus hantar dah dengan form-form semua tu yang tadi doktor satu. Alamak, tadi aku sebut appointment lagi. Akak tolonglah check resume saya. So 2 kali kerja kat situ. So siapa yang nak akak review terus, lepas ni I can accept 2 students resume so that we can have a review terus live. Okay. Next, personal information. Okay, your name, right? Huruf besar, all in capital letters, all to the other contents that you have in your resume. Okay, so that's number 1. The second one is your contact information. Okay, so please use professional email. Tak nak yang macam qtpk@gmail.com, tak nak macam silent tak nak macam tu. So make it professional email. Okay, what is considered as professional email? It has to be your name lah included in that email. Say for example, Muhammad Qayyim at ium.edu.my contoh, ataupun Mukhlis Abdullah at gmail.com. Okay, right. So next one is address. Okay, this is the common thing that graduates do. Dia letak alamat penuh. Nombor 6, Jalan A2B, Surat 1, Kuala Lumpur. Boleh, tak ada masalah. Tapi, you have to bear in mind that your resume, you will never know siapa yang akan dapat you punya resume. So, home address is confidential. Sama macam IC number. So orang boleh guna je you punya information. So macam mana, how to include your address here? Kuala Lumpur, Wang Semaju, Kuala Lumpur, dah cukup. Gombak, Selangor, dah cukup. Okay, Jengka, Pahang, dah cukup. Alustar, Kedah, dah cukup dah. Okay, Masai, Johor, macam tu je. Because companies only wants to know where is your location. Macam tu je, dia tak nak tahu full address ko. Oh, ni yang rumah yang dekat sebelah tu ya. Oh, makcik tu you selalu beli tak makanan kuih dia yang selalu jual pagi tu. Tak adalah sampai tahap macam tu. Okay, so these are personal information or contact information that you should include in your resume. Any other questions? Any questions from the floor before we proceed? Tak ada. Should you include LinkedIn in the resume? Perlu tak letak LinkedIn dalam you punya resume? Rasa-rasa perlu tak letak LinkedIn dalam resume? If you are active in your LinkedIn, it is better for you to include your LinkedIn link in this resume. But if apa orang kata LinkedIn pun saja sendu kan, macam cakap lah, pun tak into just connect with companies, tapi tak banyak update sangat. So it is better for you not to include that in your resume. Okay, because some of you, maybe you are an active students, you have so many roles, so many societies that you joined, but you cannot include all in your resume. But then you already uploaded that and showcase that in your LinkedIn. So it is better for you to put your LinkedIn link in your resume. Okay. So next one is career objective. Okay. Career objective selalunya dekat sini lah. Career objective kadang-kadang orang tukar perkataan macam career profile, okay, personal profile, profile kat sini, introduction. So tak ada masalah, nak guna mana-mana pun tak ada masalah. Okay, so for career objective, it is better for you to put 3 things in your resume. The first, your soft skills. It's either dedicated, leadership, apa lagi, team oriented, detail analytical person, researchful person, yeah, that kind of adjective, that kind of personalities that you have. Okay, that's number 1. The second one is a positions that you are interested in. Okay, contoh, history students, selalunya position apa yang related dengan you? Sekejap, sorry. So position yang macam mana yang related for history students? No answer? Tak ada. If you are applying for internship, you can mention that you are applying for internship placement as your position. Okay? Sorry ya. Sekejap, sorry. Alright, so itu untuk position. Next one is sorry. Next one is company or industry or department that you are interested to work with. Okay, say for example, you are interested in administrative in banking industry. You can specify that in your resume. Okay, so it will be easier for companies to identify what are your strengths, what are your career objectives, what are your projection, what do you want to do in your life. Okay, so orang tak adalah rasa macam, alamak history history social sciences, so nak kat mana macam tu. Sekejap sorry. Okay, so contohnya macam kalau you nak kerja dekat museum, kan? So bahagian department mana yang you rasa macam you berminat untuk masuk? Adakah bahagian management ataupun data record ataupun bahagian research ataupun bahagian risk management? So you boleh specify terus dekat dalam you punya career objective. Okay, so selalunya companies lagi berminat tahu untuk hire orang yang tahu apa yang dia nak, as compared to kalau you buat general macam I would like to apply internship placement at social sciences related industry. So dia macam, alah budak ni nak apa sebenarnya? Okay, so those who have visions, it is easier for you to secure a job placement there. Okay, say for example, this is an example for a career objective. Okay, so the first one is a reliable psychology graduate. Reliable tu dah mention adjective lah. Okay, psychology graduates, meaning that you telling people what is your specialization. Okay, history. Okay, and then the positions that you are applying, which is entry level position. Okay, industry, it is personal development, human behavior and industrial organization. So ini adalah contoh career objective. Okay, contohlah kalau kata, alamak kak, saya memang tak ada idea lah nak buat apa semua tu kan. Okay, kalau tak tahu langsung. Just browse through career objective for history graduates. Pam, akan keluar lah semua examples. You can copy that, but please make it personalized to yourself. Okay, means relate that to yourself. Janganlah nanti nampak copy paste je kan. Kita pun buat assignment pun, kita pun kena bijak kan. So same goes with resume lah. Kita kena pandai untuk olahkan dia. Alright. So that's one's education. Degree, CFS, SPM. Okay, reverse chronology means letak the latest one and then followed by previous ones. Okay, what are the informations to be included there? First, your cards. Second, your institutions, your CGPA and then duration. Contoh 2017 until 2022. Okay, right. So soalan, contoh, akak perlu tak letak CGPA? Okay. If you see advertisement kat mana-mana, do they include the minimum CGPA that they are looking for? Ada tak? Ada kan? Do you still remember that ATS will filter out informations? Betul? So usually companies will filter out the first thing is your CGPA. Okay, now contohlah, lama akak selalu ni company ni cari 3.0 je CGPA. Okay, but my CGPA is 2.7. So should I include my CGPA in my resume? The answer is, it is better if your CGPA is higher than 2.5, it is better for you to include your CGPA in your resume. Okay, but if your CGPA is lower than 2.5, I would say tak perlu letak plus on your experiences yang lain. Right? Clear? Jangan malu, jangan segan. CGPA is just a ticket. Okay? And then work experience. Work experience, first of all, it is better for you to put the relatable working experiences with the ones that you are applying in. Kalau tak related, tak ada masalah, nak letak pun tak apa, tak nak letak pun tak apa. Contoh waktu cuti short time kan, okay, you work as a cashier, right? But you are applying for a position in banking industry, so it is not really relatable. Contoh kan, I think focus on your contributions to that company, or focus on your own achievements. Say for example, 0 custom complaints throughout your service in that company. Okay, ataupun you deal dengan 100 clients in a day, 100 customers in a day. So that one is also considered an achievement. Okay, usually students will include bulat-bulat job description. Contoh cashier. Okay, the normal, the conventional one of putting a job descriptions in a resume, they will mention that manage cash flow, deal with customers. You know, that's a very common one. But it is you're nothing different with other candidates. Do you still remember that resume is your representation, your representative? Okay. So, kalau tak ada beza dengan orang lain, so what's the purpose of you having your own resume? Baik copy je orang punya resume kan? So, put something like how many customers that you have handled. Okay, berapa cash flow selalu. So, tak pernah ada short. Dia panggil apa ayat tu? Tak pernah ada short lah. Maksudnya, well managed cash flow. So, benda tu yang you kena mention dekat dalam you punya resume. Okay, for internship, Janganlah mention macam handling documentations for that company. It's very common. So use something like use Microsoft Excel in order to identify the data record, semua tu. So use skills in your job descriptions. Okay, so itu akan baru nampak. So contoh, okay, now 7-Eleven, Watson, Starbucks. Okay, contoh, just imagine that you are an employer, you are interviewer, you yang nak hire orang ni tau. Okay, you have 3 candidates come to you for the position of sales assistant. Contoh so A is from 7-Eleven, B from Watson, C from Starbucks. Okay, so they come to you and then you tengok dia punya resume. Right. Okay, contoh, dua-dua sama, sales assistant. Okay. Alright, so the first one daripada 7-Eleven. Dia punya job descriptions adalah manage documentation and general cash flow as to comply with ISO procedure. Okay, acceptable, betul. And customers' need and satisfaction. Okay, supported sales target of the outlet. Okay, so how do you feel? You akan rasa macam, okay, itu memang kerja sales assistant pun, so what's different? Betul tak? Okay, and then comes the second candidate daripada Watson. Okay, sales assistant. Ini bukan nak differentiate the brand bukan, ini contoh. Okay, so sama, pengalaman yang sama, sales assistant juga. Okay, as you can see here, he mentioned increase 20% profits of the outlet. Itu kan considered as an achievements rather than just merely a job description. Okay, 0 customers complain throughout the service. Enhance 30% of number of visitors. So you're not as a case, right? So awarded as the best employee of the month. So meaning that please focus on your achievements. Okay. Other than any questions? So next, for history students, do you have a new project? Do you have to take final year project?
Yes.
Okay. Ken. Okay, thank you, Hafiz. So I assume that your final year project is more on the research paper. It's okay, no problem. So it is better for you also to include your final year project in your resume if you don't have any working experiences. Okay, if you have more working experiences, tapi kalau masuk ke final year project, nanti resume akan jadi lengthy. So itu you boleh pilih lah. Okay, so highlight on the assessment ataupun achievements of the final year project, or if you're doing a research project, highlight on the achievements or highlight the findings, the good findings from that research, which can contribute to the current situation. Itu yang baru ni, tak nak lah macam, okay, this is the objective, this is the finding, this is the outcome. It's very lame. Dia macam, okay, kalau orang tak baca pun, kalau orang tak dalam bidang tu pun dah boleh tahu. But then, please include something like, what are the objectives of the research, what are the findings, and with your opinion, how can you relate that in your field that you are applying in. Okay, benda tu baru nampak ada weightage kat situ. Right? So for IT engineering, it's more on the technical ones. It is better for them to include the skills that they are using in that projects. Okay, so maknanya boleh masukkan kat dalam ni. Next, social work volunteerism. Okay, it is simple. You can use the same template, meaning that your position and then the company, macam ni lah. Okay, position, company, lepas tu tempat kat mana. Lepas tu duration. Boleh je guna macam ni. Okay, jangan guna paragraph, use bullets instead. Right. So next one is personal achievements. Say for example, Dean's List for 7 consecutive semesters. Ambil. Tengok tak GPA 3.8. Make sense lah. Lepas tu, contoh you have any achievements untuk sukan ke, untuk your own other skills, boleh masukkan. Okay, tapi it is recommended for you to just include your experiences during your degree level only. Contoh wakil sekolah bola jaring, tak payah letak lah. Menang pingat emas untuk kejuaraan pantun sekolah menengah, tak payah letak. Okay, degree level and above. Right, achievements. Say for example that you've taken short courses available online, kan? Contoh macam Coursera, LinkedIn Learning, Udemy, HRDF, Elate. Okay, those are the platforms for you to have your upskilling programs to apa yang kata, to add value for your degree lah. Okay, you can also include the certificates in personal achievements. Okay, so for example, you have attended halal certification. Boleh letak. You've taken Canva punya certification. Boleh. Photoshop, video, etc. Okay, you can include that in your personal achievement. Extra activities, it is better for you to only take high positions only. Contoh ada presiden ke main boards lah basically. But if you don't have any experiences, working experiences, tak ada pengalaman kerja, tak ada pengalaman volunteerism, tak ada pengalaman FYP, KOKO pun tak ada, at least you as participants for career talk pun dah boleh dah. Okay, you were the participant for a conference pun boleh masukkan juga. Okay, itu kalau memang tak ada langsung. Okay, what if you're a very busy person? Banyak sangat kelab-kelab kan. Tapi kak, kalau saya masukkan semua, nanti saya punya resume akan jadi 4 page. So if that's the case, take high positions only. And then dekat I maklum kan, you boleh print out you punya KOKO transcript. Do you know that? Do you know that you can print out your start point? Co-curricular transcript? Okay, good. So you can attach that with your resume. Okay, right. So next is skills. So usually, contoh macam ni. Okay, dekat bahagian skills. Some students, they will have the tendency to put ratings in here. Betul tak? Dia akan letak bullets, dia akan letak star, dia akan letak ratings, beginner, intermediate, advanced, basic, macam tu lah. Those ratings are optional actually, because these ratings are based on your personal evaluation on yourself. So it might be very subjective. Say for example, my English competency to me is good enough. But actually during the interview sessions, interviewer thinks that my English competency is just intermediate. So there's a possibility that company will look me as a very overconfident person. Kan macam tak tiba-tiba pula ada masalah ke kalau aku confident? Pula dah kan. So in the eyes of the company, it doesn't look good. So unless if you've taken courses and that courses can give you certain level, contoh kan you ambil English, Contoh macam MUET, you nak masukkan boleh because it is a standardized test. Tu boleh. Meaning that if you put band 4, semua orang akan ada satu perception, oh band 4 ni biasa, level B je. So you letak band 6, oh ni memang expert gila ni, English memang bobuih ni. Okay, so kalau macam tu better letak. Kalau tak ada, it is optional. Tak nak letak pun tak apa. Okay, that's for rating. So, letak language, English first, followed by Malay, and then third languages. Sister, I believe of you learn Korea through K-drama. Kan, tahu tu. Okay, so at least you know the basic ones. Kalau you rasa macam you're confident enough to put Korea as your third language, boleh, tak ada masalah. And one of you came from Mandarin schools, boleh letak Mandarin as your third language. Okay, so for computer skills, letak Microsoft Office. Microsoft Office je pun dah boleh. Doesn't mean that you have to include all. Macam PowerPoint, Access, semua tu tak nak letak pun tak apa. Unless if you put that in your ATS friendly resume, better letak semua. Excel, Word, PowerPoint. So dia akan appear lah dekat dalam your resume. So contoh, if they want to screen out your skills, so dia nak cari orang yang terror Excel, so the word Excel is appear in your resume. So it will be an advantage for you lah. Okay, other informations like interests, but it has to be matched with industries. Contoh macam mana kak? Contoh macam swimming, macam tu tak payahlah. Okay, say for example, if you're applying for HR positions, your interest is traveling. Itu make sense sebenarnya. So meaning that dia akan, mungkin there's possibility that dia akan letakkan you dekat HR tapi bahagian relations, which requires you to travel a lot. Okay, another personal strengths is option is about waktu dekat dengan career objective, you have already include that in your career objective. Okay, next is availability. You can mention duration of internship from July until October. Contoh, July until September, so that they know your availability. Alright, last one is references. Okay, akak perlu letak ke? Because some people say that references you can just put upon request. Yes, it is optional for you. Nak letak boleh, tak nak letak pun tak apa. But say for example, they have two candidates. Okay, one have reference, another one tak ada reference. They are competing with each other. Okay, dua-dua rasa diorang ni bagus, hebat. But so they want to know more about you. So they will call. There's a possibility that they will call your referees, kan, lecturer ke siapa-siapa kan, to get more information on you. So in your resume tak ada reference tu, tapi ada lagi satu candidate ada reference dia. So it is easy, accessible for the companies to call your referees and ask anything about you. So if they are convinced with the review or the feedbacks that they got from your referees, so buat apa dia buang masa nak cari siapa yang kenal yang candidate ini. So that's the possibility lah. So it is better for you to include reference in your resume. Okay, so reference, it is better for you to have two. The first one is from your lecturer. Mungkin Dr. Fauziah pun boleh, tapi please ask for her permission first. Kan tiba-tiba ada orang contact dia kan, hi, I'm actually from company ABC. I'm hiring interns for this coming semester. So do you know Mukhlis Abdullah? So Dr. Fauziah pun kata, hai, manalah satu student aku dah tak ingat lah. Kan, sorry, I can't remember which one is Mukhlis. So it is a loss for you lah. Kan, so sayang padahal Dr. Fauziah kenal sangat siapa Mukhlis Abdul, tapi because of dia tak boleh nak prepare mental waktu tu kan, sebab tak diberitahu yang dia akan diletakkan sebagai referee. Okay, so it is better for you to ask the permission from your referees first. Okay, so academician, another one is it is better for you to include your supervisors. If you have working experiences, your former boss pun boleh. Okay, any questions? Ada soalan for your resume? Bagus dah semua ni. Semua dengan resume dah gempak-gempak ni. Okay, any questions for resume? Tak ada? Alright, any one of you would like to share with me your resume so that we can have a look on it and kita terus apply what we have learned? Ada siapa-siapa nak share tak? Any one of you would like to share your resume? Supaya nanti you all boleh betulkan terus and then you can apply directly to the company that you are interested in. No? Adakah siapa-siapa nak share resume? Alamak, mana? Sekejap ya. Ada siapa nak share resume? Sekejap. Sorry. Alamak, salah pula. Sorry. Okay. So Harith nak share ke? Harith nak? Okay. Alright. I'll stop presenting, okay? So boleh share so that kita boleh tengok. No worries, it is a learning process. Okay, supaya kita boleh terus apply and after this, Harith dah boleh terus hantar. Okay, alright. So I believe that you use template from Canva lah. Terang-terang nampak daripada Canva kan. Okay, alright. So how many pages that you have? 2 pages, right?
One.
Betul. Oh, one. Kenapa tak nampak bawah tadi 2 page? Okay, alright. So gambar okay, tak ada masalah. It's very professional. Alright, Muhammad Harith Naim, nama pun okay, tak ada masalah. Alright, but the things that I can see here is the space is not really maximized well. Ada banyak sangat space yang you boleh masukkan information lagi, tapi tak apa, nanti kita tengok. And I believe that this is just a draft. It is not being finalized yet, kan? Okay, now the interesting part is Haris is trying to attract our attention by putting history and civilization major student. So dia nak catch the attention from companies. Tak adalah company nak cakap, manalah dia ni background apa ya? Tak adalah macam tu. So it is a good effort. That's very good, Harith. But it is better for you to put history and civilization intern because you're applying for internship placement. Okay, right. Okay, so below that sentence, you can just include directly your contact information.
Oh, because
Okay.
I put my contact here.
Betul. So you dah jimat space tu sebenarnya. Alright. So, boleh agak tengok you punya profile. Okay. In resume, it is not advisable for you to repeat informations again and again. Because like I mentioned before, resume is very simple. Kita nak catch that attention from companies kan, so kita tak nak bazir tempat lah kat situ. Okay, now can you zoom in a little bit, Harith? So for profile, you don't have to repeat again your name because it is already stated dekat atas sekali you punya resume kan. UIA pun tak perlu sebab dalam education tu you dah masukkan IUM. So you still remember my slide yang pasal psychology student tu, you boleh copy yang tu. Ataupun if you have any first identify your personality first, Harith. Are you a leader type of person ataupun you adalah committed? Kalau you rasa macam Kak, I don't really know on how to put or describe myself, okay? What you can do is in a job vacancy, do you see some requirements available there? They mentioned that they are looking for a research person, they are looking for a dedicated person, they are looking for a team oriented, macam tu. So copy je yang tu. Maksudnya appearkan karakter yang dicari tu dekat dalam your resume. Okay, straightforward kan, senang kan? ATS, ingat macam kita fokus on keywords. Right?
Alright.
That tak mention that you are history specialized student sebab atas tu dah mention. Straightforward, cakap that you're looking for internship dekat mana. So Harith, may I know which company that you are interested in?
Currently, I already contact few government sectors, and also I already contact firstly Museum Negara, and then we have Archive Negara, and also contact some startup company.
Okay, that's good. So different sectors, it is advisable for you to prepare different resumes. If you're looking for an opportunity in government sector, please specify that in your career objective. That you are intending to apply for internship dekat government sector too. But you're applying for a startup company, change the statement from government to startup company.
Alright.
Okay. So meaning that your resume is very specialized to the person that you are intending to send to. Dia macam kita lah, kalau kita dapat hadiah kan, ada nama kita, kan kita mesti happy kan. Taklah kita tanya-tanya, ini untuk siapa? So same goes with companies. When they receive resumes, memang betul-betul personal directly you are applying to them. So it will be more personal. So they will feel more welcoming. Okay. Alright. So in the startup company, even though you are an intern, if you have a very good vision on yourself, you nak tahu pasal apa, you nak tahu pasal business ke, you nak tahu pasal the management of the startup company ke, you want to know more about the financial aid ke, in terms of sponsorship, in terms of dia punya macam mana harga kereta, their issues and all, you boleh specify terus dekat dalam you punya career objective. Alright. Okay, Harith, it is better for you to just put profile, tak perlu letak mine. Yang semua headings tu macam my profile, my educations, my skills tu tak perlu appear perkataan mine tu
Okay.
Okay, education sahaja tak perlu ada S. Right? Okay, so yang lain tu okay, tak ada masalah. Bachelor degree, IM, Bachelor of History, Matriculation, okay, go SPM optional, nak masukkan boleh, tak nak pun tak apa. Okay, nak Kak, macam mana nak tahu perlu letak ke tak? Okay, first thing first, if you don't have any space anymore, okay, macam alamak Kak, saya nak tambah information lagi tapi tak cukup space dah. Okay, then buang SPM. Okay, Kalau you adalah cross-field student, say for example you took bioscience physics tapi sekarang you ambil history, itu kan cross-field. But at the end of the day, waktu kerja nanti you berminat untuk bekerja dalam bidang halal, which is adalah related juga dengan chemistry and whatnot. At least ada background tu kan. Tak adalah yang buat halal tu, I mean it's more on the management part. So it is better for you to put that at least you ada background sciences macam tu. Okay. So contoh kalau you dalam bidang lain tapi you minat you daripada maktab contohnya, tapi you tak the intention nak jadi cikgu, tapi you berminat dalam bahagian policy related to education, so boleh juga letak. Okay, tapi kalau tak related tak perlu letak SPM. Right. So bawah education sepatutnya letak working experiences. Okay. Alright. So my skills tu okay, nanti buang kan. So jadi skills tu you tukar dekat bahagian contact information. So contact information ni kan you dah letak ni atas kan? Alright. Okay, so for experience, historian, okay, president, vice president, okay, IMTV, okay, alright. I think you can improve in terms of contoh working experience ada tak Haris? Kerja ada selain daripada historian atau IMTV?
Kerja dekat kedai.
Boleh letak, tak kisah, tak ada masalah, boleh letak. Okay, so ini dikira sebagai co-curricular activities. Okay, bukan work experience lah. Alright, so kalau working experience tu tak banyak, so it is better for you to explain more on your co-curricular activities.
Okay.
So say for example, as a president, what are your contributions? Okay, contoh. Say for example, if it is related with graduate employability, contoh lah kan, manage to help 30 students for internship placement, contoh. Ataupun historian, you dapat organize satu program yang impactful, yang program yang related dengan alumni, giving back, contoh macam tu. So the program was successful. Contoh macam tu lah Presiden. Ataupun you manage to generate income for a club, for your society. Those are apa orang kata contributions. Okay, so cuba relate balik dengan positions yang you nak apply. Okay, contohlah kalau government sector, you kena familiarize with the culture, with the leadership, with the management, itu suitable. If you are talking about startup companies, you have to be more proactive in terms of contoh, like I mentioned before lah, you ada buat crowdfunding ke, you ada buat generate income ke, you ada deal dengan companies kat luar ke, you ada, to show that you have the PR, you ada engagement lah dengan orang luar. So itu adalah added value untuk startup company. Okay, so maksudnya the things that you do, try to relate back with the positions that you are applying. So benda tu lebih clear. Okay, so IMTV, handling live stream, you can mention how many live streams that you already conducted. Okay, program technical setting, ada guna macam apa, StreamYard ke apa ke, just softwares ke, you boleh mention juga. So meaning that you have the experience in handling that kind of technical setting. Illustrated some design and posters, how many, if you can remember, approximately berapa, by using skill apa, Canva, Photoshop, apa masukkan. So orang akan nampak dia punya skills tu. Sebab kalau macam ni, okay, semua orang boleh cakap yang dia tahu buat design. Tapi skill apa, guna apa. Okay, video editing for production intro. Berapa banyak video, and video tu digunakan untuk apa, as official video ke apa ke, and how many, yang lagi best, apa you boleh buat, how many views. So video tu lagi nampak macam, oh video ni memang meluas. Okay, any questions so far from Harith or any friends here?
Okay, I think most of yang Kak Dila cakap kan, I I think I did put it on my LinkedIn profile. Macam how, so we can transfer it on there, right? How we like to utilize our LinkedIn also in the same time.
Boleh, that's great, Hari. Okay, dekat LinkedIn, that's why dekat LinkedIn kan dia ada bahagian profile yang kita kena keywords, betul tak? So sama juga dari resume, sama je. Cuma dalam LinkedIn dia adalah online. Kita tak boleh nak hantar. Cuma you boleh masukkan kat dalam you punya profile lah, contact kan, nak masuk link untuk you punya LinkedIn tu. Tapi for your resume, dekat orang. Okay. Alright. So kita patah balik kat bahagian skills. Ada awards tak?
Okay, kejap.
I believe that with your certificate you receive several semesters for your dean's fees. Can. Okay. Alright. So skills, Microsoft Office, okay, boleh tak ada masalah. Photography, motion graphic, videography, illustration. Very good. Yang tepi tu, yang ratings tu optional. Okay, daripada you letak ratings, better you letak Microsoft Office apa? Excel, PowerPoint,
Okay.
Word, contoh. Photography apa? You ada specific skill ke, for wedding ke, for studio type ke, for landscape ke, apa ke, boleh mention. Motion graphic, you boleh mention software apa you gunakan, what kind of graphic that you use. Bukan you use, I mean you create. Okay, so videography pun you guna, biasa you guna software apa, video tu untuk apa, and you dah make money ke tak dengan tu, contoh lah kan. Okay, tahu tu maksudnya ada tu. Illustration, depends lah, you nak letak skill apa yang you ada dekat dalam tu. Okay, so better clarify yang tu daripada letak ratings.
Make it detail lah, yeah.
Boleh, tak ada masalah. Okay, alright. So awards ada ke?
Sorry?
Awards.
Ada. I mean like kalau Dean List Award and student masuk pertandingan menang boleh masuk
Boleh.
And then any participation in any competition pun boleh masuk kan?
Sangat boleh.
Okay.
Contoh macam kalau if you are familiar with the startup companies kan mesti banyak daripada Magic, daripada Might. So banyak je you boleh masukkan kat dalam tu. It's very, macam nak kata, it's very high demand sekarang ni, information macam tu. Contoh kalau macam sisters, sorry?
Tak cukup ni satu kesulitan.
Kan, sebab tu akan cakap space awak ni banyak yang boleh guna lagi. So, nak buat 2 pages okay, tak ada masalah, but then apa orang kata, jangan disebabkan you nak jadikan satu page, you miss some important points.
Alright.
Right? Okay. So, next reference. Contoh kita cakap pasal startup, kalau you nak dapat a better idea, contoh macam Korean drama tu kan ada nama startup, tu ada macam sikit lah, about 30% lah OC kan, betul tak Hari? Nampak lah layan K-drama tu. Okay, so reference, boleh letak Dr. Fauzia mention dia punya nama and then position dia, company mana ataupun organisation mana, and then dia punya contact info is either dia punya phone number ataupun email address.
Okay.
So you have to ask her first lah whether she's comfortable with which one, email address or phone number. Right? Okay, I think that's all. Any other questions? Gambar ni boleh kecilkan sikit.
Okay.
Dia macam, okay, kertas kita tu kat A4 ibarat 1/4 sahaja.
Oh.
Ini dah macam 1/3.
Okay.
Alright. So any other questions from the floor?
If any of the participants would like to ask any questions, please turn on your mic or you can just type it down on the chat box. Please.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam Allah.
I'm Afsa. I just want to ask,
Mhm,
uh, as an international student, is it possible
mhm,
to be employed as a worker in Malaysia or to
mhm,
try to get into an internship?
mhm. Okay, a very good question from Hassa. I do understand your concerns because we also receive so many concerns from international students regarding the internship placement and also job. They are focusing on the Malaysians' citizenship, and to you is unfortunately lah. So what I can say is that there will be another platform that you can explore more on that. So you cannot use the same road as compared to your Malaysians friends here. Okay, so there is another what we call as platforms that you can explore more, which is multinational companies. Okay, multinational companies, they open for any citizenship actually, even though it is in Malaysia, or even if you want to identify more about what are the multinational available in Malaysia, you can browse to Invest KL. Type it down here. Invest KL. Invest KL is a government agency who is responsible in bringing over multinational companies to set up their hub in KL. To get that, kita ada Invest Pening, kita ada Invest Selangor pun ada. Invest KL miring KL lah. Okay, so if you want to apply and seek for opportunities for your internship, please browse through companies from multinational companies as listed in Invest KL. So your opportunities will be bigger if you're applying for multinational companies. Okay, same goes with your career opportunities or another platforms. Usually, job streets. If you notice these job streets, usually their job advertisements is more from private local companies. Okay, private local companies, contoh macam Sedang Berhad, Enterprising and all. Okay, but for your information, LinkedIn, usually their companies are multinational companies. So a platform that you can use to search for your internship placement is through LinkedIn. Right? So I hope I answer your question, Hafsa.
Yes, madam. Thank you.
And then before we proceed, a little bit data kind of presentation that I can share with you guys. Boleh ke?
Yes.
Okay. Just a few. So we've finished with the resume. Okay. Now. Mana ni? All right. Okay, how many of you have read about traces study before? Traces study. Saya pernah dengar traces study.
Pernah.
So what is traces study? Okay, good. Alhamdulillah. At least ada yang pernah. Okay, traces study is actually a survey done by Ministry of Higher Education. Okay, to identify the employability status of our graduates. Meaning that after you graduated, before your convocation, it is a compulsory for you to complete this survey before you want to collect your rope untuk convo tu kan. Okay. Macam tak keluar je slide. Sekejap Please bear with me ya. Okay, nampak kan slide? Boleh nampak? Okay. Okay, good. Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Hafiz. So, before this tracer study was conducted by alumni. But starting from last year, it was being transferred to CCAC to in charge for the tracer study, because we believe that those informations related to the tracer study is the thing that we can convey the information to our students. Okay. So in tracer study, I zoom in according to your questions. Right? Okay. Okay, for information, tracer study, dia punya calendar tu lain tau. They don't follow the academic calendar. So meaning contoh January until December. Tak. When you talk about 2020, meaning that it starts from August 2020 until August 2021. So meaning that for this one, just recently, but the latest one, which is Tracer Study 2021, just ended recently. So I am yet to analyze the data, unfortunately. But it is okay. The 2020 is also acceptable and it's still relatable lah with you guys. Macam contoh 2 semester, your seniors 2 semesters. Right? Okay, now Tracer Study. Kita tunjuk yang ni, yang alamak dah nampak So Tracer, contohlah kan, you pernah dengar, if you have heard some universities mention that, oh UM top 5, oh UPM top 5, UKM top 5. Pernah nampak tak UIA top 5? Okay, so can you guess UIA was in which rank for 2020? Can you guess UIA? Rank berapa? Okay, sorry. We have 20 IPTAs UA. We have 20 UA. Tapi UIA nombor berapa? Daripada 1 sampai 20, UIA nombor berapa?
Nombor 10.
Nombor 10. Bagus Haris, husnuzon. Yang lain? 5? Muklis, you're so calm. Okay, lagi? Is my internet connection stable? Okay. Top 10, oh Farisa, top 10 pun husnuzon juga ni. Okay, for your information, we're the first one. Tepuk tangan sikit. We're the first one. From bottom. From bottom. Meaning that we're number 20. Unfortunately. Sorry, tipu-tipu hari Jumaat kan, penumpang puasa ni. So kita adalah nombor 20 sebenarnya. It's kinda frustrating to see that. But Alhamdulillah, for your information, for 2021, kita dah beat the other universities. At least we're number 14. Okay lah, kita dah improve. And our graduate employability tu also increase 13%. So kita dah dapat 87% for GE, Alhamdulillah. Okay, this is not the thing that I want to share with you. Ini lebih kepada macam management je lah. Okay, now hierarchy has shares. Right? So this is demographic, this is the employability status, meaning that 6 or 7 of you employed. Contoh dalam 10 orang, from 10 of you, only 6 or 7 are really employed. Yang lagi 3 tu mungkin bukan mungkin lah, memang tak bekerja lah sebenarnya. So, alright. So kejap, kita nak Kita nak ni. Alright, within or cross-field. Okay, I know that some of you, when we talk about history, psychology, communication, semua tu kita panggil sebagai social sciences. Right? So selalunya we have the tendency to cross-field. Cross-field meaning that, okay, ni nak cerita sikit lah kan. we were once conducted a career fair back in 2018. Right? So, ramailah juga, about 2,000 students came for that event. And then after the session, after the event ended, we asked around kan, macam HR students kan, hari tu you pergi tak career fair? Saya kata, oh tak lah, tapi kita pergi sekejap je lah Kak Dila, tapi lepas tu kita balik. Saya kata, okay, what makes you not to stay in the career fair and, you know, communicate and connect and engage with the companies available there? And then some of them said that, Kak Dila, kita orang ni ambil history, kita orang ni ambil soka. Aku tak panggil pun company related to soka, related to history. Okay, now tell me, what are the companies related to your field? Dia kata akak banyak bawa banking lah, akak banyak bawa IT lah. But secara keseluruhan, in general, yes, it is considered as IT, banking industry, clear cut. Okay, but dalam IT industry, they still need historians, they still need those who are expert in terms of data, in terms of critical, in terms of management, in terms of the research, in terms of the data analyst, which you have that kind of strength. Okay, mungkin positions tu tak popular, tapi it's still available in the company. Okay, so nak cakap kat sini, 1 out of 4 of you are really working in the industry. So that I would say that's normal, but you have to be prepared for that. Okay, now ni agak skip lah. So akan nak tunjuk kat sini sikit for graduate employability for 2020. Alhamdulillah history tu in the middle lah. Tak adalah alhamdulillah kak tadi UIA 16, sekolah tinggi history tak ada lalas. Okay, so alhamdulillah at least in the middle, right? Okay, tak apa. Ni akan nak tunjuk sebenarnya. Okay, almost 70% of our graduates earn a salary below than 2,000. So meaning that you are underpaid. So sepatutnya gaji you all as fresh graduate from social sciences usually dapat dalam range berapa? Selalunya dalam 2,500, 3,000. 3 and above tu biasanya yang skillful punya courses macam IT engineering semua tu. So 2,500 is the common one. Okay, but this one 2,000 and below, 70%, almost 70%. So meaning that bukan nak cakap graduates ni memilih gaji, tapi itu demand yang ada. Okay, now kita fokus on ni terus. History. Okay, you punya GE 65%, tapi 16% sahaja yang bekerja dalam industri. Kalau kita zoom in according to industries that they are working in, kebanyakannya dalam education. Okay, I noticed in the presentation from Dr. Fauzia mentioned that you cannot intern as a teacher in a school. Betul tak? Tapi kenapa kebanyakannya kerja dekat bidang education? Okay, so dia tak tally kat situ. So maksudnya, yes, I know that some of you might have the intention to work in education setting, but actually there are a lot of other opportunities available out there. Okay, other than that, other services activities, human health, so semua tu. Okay, now kita nak fokus kepada ni. Sekejap, sorry, nak share sikit lah for communication. Ini saja nak jadi batu api Communication, their GE is lower than yours, 62%. But 50% of them are working in the industry related to their specialization. Dia balik, your GE tinggi, tapi dah yang bekerja dalam bidang tu rendah. But Communication walaupun GE dia rendah, tapi kebanyakannya kerja dalam bidang. Macam itulah. Okay, now with this idea, I want to bring you guys to the reality. Ini memanglah reality, ini bukan fantasy tapi agak okay. This one, internship. Okay, I hope that this is going to be going to give you some kind of idea on how to hunt for your job placement, internship placement. Okay, now internship, for your information, 50% of your seniors previously dapat allowances for internship below 300. Ada yang below 100. Below 100 tu I assume that company tu bagi duit parking je sebenarnya. Duit travel je sebenarnya. Kan? Tak, duit makan pun tak sampai sebenarnya. Orang kata atas budi bicara je, ada ikhlas hati je. So it's very, apa orang kata, sayang lah. Okay, 50% tau, bawah 300. Okay, bila kita tengok balik, kenapa allowances dia rendah? See, it answers. Meaning that majority of your seniors completed their internship at government sector. Government sector kan tak banyak bagi allowances kan. Sebenarnya maximum 300 lah in a month. So what I want to stress on here is that it is okay for you to do your internship at government sector. Boleh, tak ada masalah. But I want to give you one questions that you have to reflect on yourself. What is the purpose of internship at the first place? Is it just to fulfill the academic requirements, or is it a preparation for you to secure for your job placement? Okay, there are two possibilities. So you have to think about that. If you accept that, if you take it as merely an academic requirements, then tak masalah lah, pergi je lah mana-mana internship. Okay, but if you take it as a opportunity for you to secure for your job placement, then I would say go beyond than that. Okay, I am not degrading government sector, but you have to have a mindset that if you do your internship in government sector, you akan dapat knowledge sahaja. But for in terms of career opportunity to be accepted as one of their permanent staff would really, really low. Itulah cerita dia. Okay, so like I mentioned to sister, siapa yang tanya pasal for international students for internship tadi? Okay, please go for multinational companies. They offer a lot of better opportunities. Okay, I've done this analysis to IT and also economics. Okay, IT, 60% of their 70% of their interns receive 1,000 and above for allowances. Bila tengok balik, memang majority they go for multinational companies. Okay, yes, because they are technical students, but then you yourself also have this kind of opportunities. Tapi mungkin kita belum explore more. Okay, so after this, try to explore more on your opportunities. Okay, right. So next, that's all for the internship lah. So what I want to stress on here, please, again and again, for academic purposes, go for government sector. Tak ada masalah. Okay, so contoh just to give you the idea, when I try to compare internship places and also pekerjaan, your seniors sebelum ni, so majority of them already completed in government sector. Tapi bila kerja, kebanyakan mereka bekerja dalam bidang retail, dalam bidang communication. Okay, dalam bidang memang totally tak relatable dengan government langsung. Okay, kebanyakan kalau intern ni dekat museum, dekat arcade, dekat kerajaan negeri, dekat mahkamah pun ada, if I'm not mistaken. Apa lagi satu, ya Allah, aku tak ingat, minta maaf aku tak ingat. Tapi bila tengok kerja, It doesn't support your interns. Okay, so now apa yang akan nak share with you guys is what are the skills that you learn throughout your life for your history. I believe that history, they are producing graduates who have critical thinking. Kan? You belajar banyak benda. You have to understand a lot of things. You have to relate from this event to another event. It develops your critical thinking and problem solving skills. Itu yang you kena jual. Itu yang you kena jual dengan companies. Okay, say for example, I can see two things related to history courses. The first one is skills. Okay, now that one is soft skills. What about technical skills? Say for example, explore ataupun equip yourself with technical skills like contoh at least editing, tak kisahlah video ke foto ke. Okay, editing is very common. Okay, kena equip dengan benda tu. Ataupun paling busuk pun Excel. Master in these two things as history students. And then kalau you ada master, you dah ada critical thinking mind tu, dah ada problem solving mind tu, you equip dia dengan technical skills contoh macam Excel and also macam designing semua tu, memang you boleh pergi mana-mana company. Contoh you boleh masuk bahagian marketing, you boleh masuk bahagian management, you boleh masuk bahagian data. Dia bukan sahaja administratif yang filing, bukan. You can go more than that. Risk management, auditing, contoh macam Sirin tu kan, auditing, itu pun you boleh masuk sebenarnya. Jangan fikir audit tu hanya untuk accounting, right? Okay, banyak explore sebenarnya. Don't scope yourself hanya untuk contoh macam nak kerja dekat arkib, nak kerja dekat museum. Boleh, if you have that kind of aspiration, that's very good. But along the way, I know that it's very tough because I do have some friends yang alhamdulillah sekarang ni dah jadi curator, tapi dia kata dia pergi 2 kali SPA. Pertama tak dapat sebab dia kata dia tengah sambung master. Yang kedua lepas sambung master baru dia pergi. Out of 120 candidates yang diterima hanya 11 orang. So is one of them. 11 orang daripada 100. Okay, bukan nak takut-takutkan, but then that's the reality. So along the way, before you reach that target, so you have to equip yourself with the things that you can manage to get. Kan, contoh macam equip yourself with the technical skills lah, like I mentioned before. Okay, any other questions? I think that's all from me related to internship and also resume. Any other questions from the floor?
Assalamualaikum.
Yes, sister.
Can we like ask the company itself, like do they prefer to have a human-friendly resume or another?
Yes, okay. If you send your resume directly to that person, you can just simply send both. But don't forget, I forgot to mention you. For ATS friendly, make sure that you save the document in Microsoft Word format. But in human friendly resume, it is better for you to save your resume in PDF format, not picture. Bukan PNG, bukan PowerPoint, in PDF, okay? All right. Any other questions? Any other questions from the floor? Tak apa ke kalau kita habis awal? You all lagi suka, boleh hack.
Another question I'd like to ask about the position. can a student of history of students apply for event management? Is that possible? Because I always have interest in doing events, etc. So is that possible for history students?
Yes, it is sangat possible. Alright. Farisa, if you are interested in event management, I would highly encourage you to join. Sebelum ni kita ada IM for you. Ingat tak? Waktu zaman dulu, kita ada IM for you. It's more on youth programs. It is event based. But nowadays, I'm not really sure. But you can explore more under KBS, Kementerian Belia dan Sukan. So they have a lot of events. If you think that you are interested in that kind of activities, you can join them. Okay, for yourself. So contoh, say for example, you want to apply for internship, maybe you can consider to apply at KBS instead.
All right, thank you.
Okay, all right. Any other questions?
Kak Lila,
Yes.
I think our senior ada macam bagi tahu.
Kenapa macam slow? Sorry.
Kejap. Our senior ada bagi tahu tau macam last year CCSC ada provide like service. We can send our draft resume to CCSC and then you guys can consult with you guys, betul kan?
Betul.
That one through CCSC email or personally to CCSC staff?
Alright. So thank you for the question, Harib. Yes, we also provide that kind of services as well. So what you can do is you can book an appointment with us through iMaklum. Pergi dekat iMaklum and then click at My Services and then e-counseling and then you can choose preferred counselors. So for resume checking, there are 2 counselors who in charge of that. The first one is me and also Brother Afi. Brother Muhammad Nur Hafifi Zulkifli. Only 2 of us. Okay. It is better for you to have a session in group. Contohlah macam Hadith, Mulkis, Pasu Farha, Qayyim kan, nak buat sekali so that you can buat terus. Nak buat individu pun tak ada masalah, it's okay, no problem. For those who are on campus, you want to come physically to have a session with us pun boleh, tak ada masalah. But it is better for you to book appointment first because we're afraid that it will be a clash sessions nanti. Okay. Thank you. Any other concerns?
Adila,
Yes, Mulkis.
can I share my resume?
Oh yes, boleh. Orang kawan-kawan lain okay ke?
But then it's still in progress. But I just want to take this opportunity to share my resume.
Okay, boleh.
Do you see my slide? Do you see my? Can you see anything? No.
Not yet. Not yet. Kak Cik tak nampak. You all nampak ke?
Tak.
Tak keluar lah. Please.
Yeah.
Mulkis.
Yeah.
Alright, while waiting for that, any other questions from the floor? Oh, just a promotion pula. a quick promo lah. Apart from IUM Career IG, you can also subscribe to our Telegram channel, Career for IUM Graduates. Macam ni. Ni. Career for IUM Graduates. Okay, so you boleh kenapa keluar ni? Sekejap. Alright, so you boleh subscribe to this Telegram channel. Okay, so contoh kalau we have received offers from companies, so nanti kita akan share kat situ. Okay, alright. Can you zoom in a little bit more, please?
Boleh, okay.
Okay, alright. Picture is nice, but then can you remove the apa orang kata tu? Frame?
Okay, boleh.
Alright. So Muklis history and in civilization, intern. Okay, make it a smaller size if possible.
Okay.
I mean the history and civilization internship tu.
Okay.
You can make it in smaller size. Alright, so gambar Johor, okay, phone number, your contact number is okay, no problem, but then make it standardized. Is either you want to make it in a bowl ataupun tak.
Okay.
Okay. So career objective nanti you akan masukkan ya. Education, okay, you don't have to repeat that. I'm majoring in history, currently, tu ni. And then include your CGPA, please. Okay, so same goes with CFS. No need to mention that you are furthering. I think you have already completed, right? Your foundation.
Yes.
Okay, alright. So next we move to working experience. Okay, Pizza Hut, kitchen crew. Okay, good. And then please specify what are your achievements. Alright, at least 3. No, not at least 3. At least 1. Maximum is 3 or 4. Okay lah. Okay. If it is not related, please focus on your interpersonal skills. Okay, means like your leadership skills, your communication skills, and focus on that. Okay. So next, curricular activities. State Past, Vice President, Facilitator, okay. Good. So when you so you as the Vice President for State Past, what are the contributions that you have already done for that particular club? Contoh, there will be, if I'm executing, there will be assessment. Contoh, before this, what is your target? And what is your intervention? What are the outputs of that?
Okay.
So if it is still ongoing, I think it's already ended, right? 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
What was your biggest contributions to that club? Okay. So historian, financial controller, again, what are your contributions? So for example, you manage the financial kan, ada generate income ke tak, ada dapat sponsorship ke tak. Kalau dapat sponsorship, please specify which companies or organizations that offered for scholarships for Hisporium.
Okay.
Okay. Alright. So next, atas. Okay, skills, leadership, okay, this is optional. Leadership skills and that, because you can include that in your career objective.
Okay.
Okay, awards, good, best committee, good, best student, wow, best student leadership. Okay, congratulations to you. Very good. Languages, put English first, Malay and Thailand. And Thai, not Thailand, Thai. You orang mana melukis? Oh, segamat Saya memang tahu kan. Okay, before I forgot, if you have state languages, okay, you are Malaysian, contoh macam Thai, you know Mandarin, you know Korean, you know Tagalog ke, okay, Thai ke, please seek opportunities from Accenture. Aku tulis company-nya. Accenture, PDCX. Okay, these two companies are looking for third languages or native speakers apart from English and Malay. Okay, so kalau you all nak cari internship dekat dua company pun sangat bagus. Okay, academic qualifications tak perlu dah because it's already included in your education. So the missing information here is references. References.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Okay, thank you. Any questions that you want to ask me?
So my template is okay.
Okay, no problem. It's clean.
Okay. So, thank you, Kak Dila.
But this is not ATS. Opportunity. All right, thank you, Wilkis. All right, any other students would like to share resume or any other questions? Tak ada. So if there's none, so I pass back to our MC for today, Sister Akila. Thank you for having me, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. I hope that you learned something today and you can apply in your daily lives and you can practice it. And plus, you can share these informations with your friends, inshallah. Okay, all the best to you for your internship. May Allah ease everything for you guys, inshallah. Okay, back to you, Akila.
Thank you, Sister Nur Adila, for joining us and for the great presentation just now. By the end of the Q&A session, mark the end of our first session of intern workshop today. Dear brothers and sisters, before we end this event, we will have a photography session. All corporations are needed. Students and lecturers are welcome to open your camera.
Okay, for those who can open your camera, please open your camera.
Waktu hujung-hujung baru nampak muka semua orang, kan? Thank you, Dr. Fauzia, for having me. Thank you, Dr. Minta maaf untuk kurang-kurang, ya.
Thank you, Sister Nur Adila.
Okay, I will start. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
Akila?
Sorry. And that will be the end of our first session today. A reminder to the participant, kindly register your attendance for this session through the Google form that we have provided in the chat box. Thank you. On behalf of committee members, we apologize for any mistake. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, Kak Dila.
Thank you, Kak Dila.
Happy Ramadan to everyone. Ramadan Kareem.
Ramadan Kareem.
Assalamualaikum.
Thank you. Thank you.